Steve Gamache here with a Chef Knives to Go quick look product video. This time we're looking at the Doi White No. 2 Dragon Series Yanagiba 300mm knife. This slicer is composed of a core steel of Shirogami or white paper No. 2 reactive carbon steel. Heat treat's about 62-ish on that. The construction is an iron cladding over the top of that core steel. You've got a nice Kasumi finish on this and a kind of a satin finish on the top part of the flat part of the blade. This is a single bevel knife aimed at right-hand users only. There is your hand chiseled dragon emblem on the knife. This is pretty cool. A lot of work went in creating that. On the back side of the blade, we've got a flat profile to the blade with a small concave to it for reduced sticking of food. And you can see it's just ground on the edge only, flat on a stone. There you've got some embossed kanji on this back side of the blade. So this is definitely a right-hand single bevel blade. The weight on this is 7.7 ounces. Blade length, about 293 on this. And overall length, a little under 18 inches. The spine thickness over the chin of the knife at the heel here is about 4 millimeters. And we hold quite a bit of that as we go down until we taper off a little bit towards the tip. And it gets pretty thin at the tip. The blade height on this, back by the heel, is 33.5. The handle is, I guess some people call it an octoval, so it's octagonal, but the bottom is rounded or oval shaped. And it's U or Ichi with buffalo horn ferrule. Fit and finish on this handle, I would say, is okay. It's kind of nicely done, but it's got a pretty good jump here between the wood and the ferrule, so you might want to even sand that down if it bothers you. You've got the maki exposed here as well. Traditional install. Fit and finish on the knife is absolutely fabulous. This thing is dead straight, and the bevel grind is really nicely done. It's really hard to tell sometimes until you get it on a stone to see where there's any high spots or low spots, but just eyeballing it, it really, really looks extremely nicely done. It's part of what you're paying for is master smithing and also attention to detail on the finishing work on the knife. The out-of-the-box edge on this is quite sharp, and they've got a small micro bevel on the single bevel side, and then the back side is completely flat ground. So this thing's really pretty well ready to go out of the box. The balance point is not as critical on these types of knives, but it's about right there if you're interested. And the edge profile, I've kind of already showed you that a little bit, but there's your edge profile on this blade. And, of course, your grind. Again, fit and finish is great on this thing. A lot of attention to detail, and you can see why they cost the dollars that they do, and they are worth it if this is the type of knife that you want. So there you have a beautifully, beautifully made and crafted Yanagiba, the Doi White No. 2 Dragon Yanagiba 300mm version.